What's up, guys? Iggy here with FalTac, and making holsters. Parts came in, email saying parts came in. Kind of hard to build a level 3 holster without the right parts. So I ordered all the parts to build a level 3 left-handed Safariland holster for a gentleman that I'm building a holster for. And so I got the SLS hood, the Sentry, and the thumb guard. SLS hood showed up, and the Sentry showed up. According to my email, the Sentry showed up. I opened the box, and it's a pair of freaking Oakley sunglasses that I can't even wear. And some people wonder why stuff takes so long to build. Woosah. And welcome back to another episode of Bending Kydex. I am your host, Iggy. Anyways, yeah, we're doing a Glock 17 Gen 5 with the Olight PL3, the brand new light from Olight. And we're going to be knocking it out for our friend Ben Reynolds. He is a longtime subscriber, episode watcher, and I met him at a gun show up in Maine, and these are for him, along with another one that is already built in behind me. But we're going to knock this out. It is going to be a QLS right-handed in black with a level 2 Safari, or not Safari Land, a level 2 Spets Gear speed lock hood. And we are going to knock it out. Let's get down to business. All right, as you can see, I already put my suppressor height sights blocking on there. I do that for absolutely everything now, even if it doesn't even come with it. I still do it. Now we'll go ahead, add the 5 layers and our in-house homemade blocking, which these are flying off the shelves. I made, oh god, about 100 units, and I think I have like 10 left. So, which is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm going to be making more. So, you guys keep on, keeping on it. But, all right. Let's do some taping, and let's do some figuring out where everything is gonna go. Line it up with the top of the frame, or top of the slide rather. You don't have to do this. I do it because I like to. Go ahead, and this is a pre-blocked mold. This is a very old DIY that I got like 6-7 years ago. This is the 5th mold that I bought. So it has it's got some time on it, that's for sure. Made hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of holsters with this guy. It is almost time to renew it. As you can see, there's a crack right here, because what I did is when I started doing TLR6 flashlights, I would drill this out and then mount it to it, but then I started just cutting the TLR6s so they could fit, so I don't have to ruin these, because at $60-$70 a piece, you don't want to keep cutting them up and then having them break on you. All right, get this side. Now the PL Valkyrie 3 doesn't have anything like the TLR1, so there's no retention anywhere on this other than behind the mount. We're not going to put it here because this changes. There's nothing to do it on the bottom, so it's going to be right here in this corner is where we're going to do it. And to achieve that, we're going to take these guys and pretty much just set it up like so. So there's a way to get an indent in there, which is another reason why this is cut out, so the Kydex can push down in. So that'll sit pretty much right there. We just got to get our everything else in here. Let's see here. And we got another gun show in Maine tomorrow, so I have lots of stuff to do today to get them out. So fun. Not to mention, I'm going to see Fast and Furious tonight because it is opening night, and you have to. Awesome. All right, this side is done. Move on to this side. Same setup, but instead this is going to be flipped to the flat end this way. It usually goes underneath that, so let's cut that off as well. This is up as high as it can go, which means we're going to have to add another small piece of blocking for the bolt there. No big deal, just more of a pain in the butt. I should make light specific ones. I do wonder if this will fit the TLR1 Glock 17 mold that I had. That'd be nice, huh? Wouldn't have to do any of this. Alright, and with that right there, I'm just going to take a small chunk of wood and really push that in there. Yeah, maybe I'll design a set of these that just go up, over. That way everything's all said and done. You don't have to add other stuff. But that'll be down the road when I have time to sit down and whatnot. All right, money. I think this is the, actually no, I have 2 more foam presses to do after this, but they're not for actually handguns. They're actually for knives, homemade knives up in some people in Maine. So I'm gonna knock those out because I have to deliver them to the show. All right, so only thing left on this, it's probably not big enough, but if I move it over, it's gonna sink down in. But with the definition that I get, I'm actually not too worried about it. I'm going to add this here because they have 2 versions of this setup, and the 2 versions consist of this exact one that you see, and the other one that's like a PL2 Pro, where it has the magnetic charging port right at the bottom. So by putting this blocking here, I don't have to worry about what one they have. So that's all done right there. All right, so Glock 17, we're going to throw this. This is going to hit right there, which is perfect. And I just need blocking for underneath. Perfect right there. And the reason I'm leaving that exposed is because it actually adds more strength. The more bends and dips and creases that you have in the Kydex, the stronger it actually will be. Although we're still going to have to put a gusset in this. And if you don't know what a gusset is, it is the piece of material that goes in as a support against another spot on the holster or frame or whatever, you know, whatever you're building. Then I like to poke a hole in it so the Kydex can go in there, because it's very annoying to hold this up and then drill it. All right, next is this guy, which partially sucks because I'd rather do this on vacuum, but this is going to sit right here, which means I'm going to have to block it so that it sits even because light channel. So, although this has to be done like this, it is what it is. So, let's see here. Good enough piece of... Ooh. Oh, that's almost perfect. It needs to go a little taller. Oh, that's not it. Did I just try that? looks like I'm gonna have to cut a piece of wood. Ugh. That's for shit. There it is right there. All right, cut that. All right, and then I'm gonna have to put a little something under, like right about there. And all this is gonna do is just hold this up right here. See, just like that. And we got a little bit of extra oomph right there. This is perfect. It's gonna be wide, but it's gonna be perfecto. But I think I've gotten pretty good at the wide holsters. As an example, I have a Rock 5.7 that I just did with this exact light. And I was nervous on that one, but look at the definition I got for that on foam. And that one was really tall as well. So that's almost done and going out shortly. Right, then obviously on the other side, we need a spot to put. And we're gonna stick that right there. And because this is the first 17 with PL3, I am going to have to cut a retention block, which is 1/4 inch MDF. And I cut that out with a combination of a skill saw and my scroll saw. Then we're going to go ahead and use the June Gold Deep Reach marker. It is made for and designed for tracing. So we'll do that right onto the wood and then press it. Yay. Go ahead, get that mounted up, and then get that in the press. And while it's in the press, I will complete his other holster along with a couple others. I was tasked to build some holsters for a all-female training class, and one of them is the CERT training laser gun. It's actually really cool. I have one here. It grab it. So this is it right here. It's made by NLT. This is the CERT. It has a laser every time you pull the trigger, and it's pretty freaking cool. These things are like $300-400 bucks, but I went ahead and I had to figure out what was pretty close to it, and it is pretty close to an XDS 3.3. So I went ahead and I heavily modified my XDS 3.3. And now we have an inside the waistband holster for these, that these are going to be now used in her class. And I'm pretty stoked because they came out phenomenal and nobody offers holsters for them. So I guess now I do. Anyway, back on this guy. So I'm going to go ahead, put a little tape on the bezel and a little tape on this side. Center it, then go up. And then here I like to take the widest tape I have. Like so. We'll then pinch it where it meets in the center. And now we are ready to press, with the exception of I need to cut the material now. Well, that's still in the press. It's been about 10-15 minutes, but I went ahead and finished the QLS system and the holster for the Glock 19 with TLR7. I also finished a couple Molly mount vest magnetics, which are pretty tough. And then FedEx just came. Remember the post I did the other day about someone who put an order in for a TLR9 and then the notes said it was a TLR10? Yeah, stop doing that. So what I had to do is go out and buy it, because I'm starting to get more and more for the TLR10. But if I don't buy the light, I'm going to have to just cancel and refund your order. So, but this one, I justified buying it. And yeah, but also some PMags and some stuff. But anyways, if it's not listed on the website, don't order it. Because one, you can't, and two, if it's not listed, that means I don't have it. So best way would be to just send me an email and or whatnot, and I'll see if I have it or can get it. Well, we are fresh out of the press, and it came out perfect on this side. This side, look what happened. The Safariland fork mount, I'm guessing the piece of wood that was in there, it twisted and it fell, so I'm gonna have to cut a piece of blocking, because yeah, I could do 2 different size bushings, but I don't like that. So I'm gonna go ahead. I already got another piece of cut. I gotta take this out, reset that, press it again. Well, attempt number 2 is in the press, and while that's in there, I literally just put it in there. I'm gonna go ahead. Maybe I'll finish up a couple holsters in that bin. I just need to put hardware on, but I might go ahead and just grab some lunch real quick, if that's okay with some of you customers. I don't want to, you know, add extra lead time. But yeah, no, I'll story behind that. But anyways, we'll take that out of the press in a few minutes and see how it looks. Hopefully this one's good, so I can go ahead and get this order out the door. All right, as you can see, press number 2 came out perfect. As you can see, this stayed flat and even. This car had an independent rear suspension. All right, now let's build. I went ahead, took the frame out, bada bing, right here, and I transferred the light to the Gen 5 Blue Gun because it is a Gen 5 holster. And I'll go ahead, we'll line it up like so, and then just trace out where we want to cut and do that. All right, let's get this traced. Looking good, looking good. Looks like there was enough space for that indent right there. So this is going to be beautiful. Ba-dum-ting. And drill, and then cut. Yeah, it's gonna look good. All right, and here we are, ready to assemble. Obviously, I went ahead and cut it. I did everything that I usually do. I added the gusset, so you got no flex, and I went ahead, laser cut these, and I grabbed all the hardware that we need. So let's get this built. So before I add any retention, I'm going to go ahead and add this because it is a lot easier to do it while the holster can still open. Right, I'm going to do the retention. Right, and where did I put? There's one hood, and there's the other. All right, gonna have to mod that a little bit. Let's check retention. Not too bad. We could go a little tighter. Oh yeah, I'm digging this. There we go. I like it. All right, and we got our other hardware. Fat fingers and little bags don't work. And a little bit of Loctite. Right, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this real quick, as in just lube it up. And let's get this puppy finished and out the door and move on to the next one. These are the supplied hardware, except for the 1/2-inch threaded post you saw me put in. Do not over tighten these, because they will not move. All right, I'm gonna have to adjust that a little bit more. But sometimes even setting the hood will stop it from doing that as well. Yep, see, that did it. All right, now let's get the QLS fork on. Take the 3 longest ones out. This side the others. Come on. There we go. And square it up. And there we are, Glock 17 Gen 5 with the PL3 light. Ooh, there we go. Thank you guys for watching yet another episode on how to bend Kydex. This Glock 17 Gen 5 with the PL3 came out absolutely stellar, and it is getting packaged up and heading out to Maine. And I got a gun show this weekend, so probably no video until Monday. I got 3 FN 510 545 builds, and we're gonna do those on the channel. It's gonna be the first time doing the FN 509 or the 510, the 545 on this channel, so super stoked about that. So in the meantime, I have to finish some more orders, unload my truck, pack my truck, and get ready for tomorrow. So I will catch you on the next one.